My name's Ned, and this is episode 5 of Ned's Declassified League Survival Guide. And I know I'm kind of going out of order here because I haven't finished my episode 4 because that's separated up into different parts, but I will be continuing that. I haven't dropped that altogether. I'm just sort of continuing out episode 5, and I'll go back to episode 4, part 2, and 3, and 4, and whatever, however many parts I want to do to it, which is about build logic. But in this episode, I'm going to talk about binary decisions. And when I say binary decisions, I'm specifically talking about them pertaining to League of Legends, and I'm sort of misusing the term a little bit, but I'm going to sort of coin it in a League of Legends sense to mean something different. So, binary decisions in binary encoding is when you have a set of values and they're all zeros and ones, and the zeros mean no and the ones mean yeses, and that's very basic. And I don't know much more about it than that, so you'd have to talk to a programmer if you wanted to learn any more about it, or Google search it, or wherever you want. But for our purposes, we're just talking about yes and no decisions that you have time to think about, time to reflect on, and that are not in the heat of the moment, and that are very objective and not subjective, and not taking in a whole bunch of different factors. They're just yes or no decisions that are very simple and easy to make. So in this scenario, binary decisions are the quickest way to improve your game. And I'm going to give you a couple examples of the binary decisions I use to improve my game, and I constantly attempt to emulate. And then you can come up with some of your own, because it's really easy once you have the formula to make your own make your own circumstances where it will improve your game, and then do them. So the first one I'm going to do, and this one's a minor one, and the next one I'm going to do is a bigger one. The first one I'm going to do is buying pink wards when you have the extra gold and you're not going to spend it on anything else. So you buy your serrated dirk and you have 100 extra gold and you don't know what else to spend it on. So you've already bought a health pot, so you buy the pink ward, and that's a simple decision. You buy the pink ward, and that's going to help your team because it's going to give you vision. You weren't going to spend that 100 gold on anything anytime soon. And the pink ward is going to translate into more objectives, provided you know how to place it. And if you do not know how to place pink wards well, or even if you think you do, I would still recommend watching my warding as a support video, because I do go into a lot of the pink ward placements, and pink ward placements is universal, not just for supports. So, okay, so with that being said, we'll move on to the next part, which is a much bigger part, which is flaming in chat. And flaming in chat is the single most binary decision, it's the easiest way to improve your game. If you don't flame in chat, you put that value to 0, then your games will be won a whole lot more easily. And this is because you're not going to be tilting your teammates, they're not going to be typing in chat at you, and they're not going to be wasting their time possibly dying because they're standing still to type a snarky comment at you. So by not taking the time to type your snarky comment at them, making that simple binary decision, you automatically improve the game. And it's undisputable that flaming your teammates is going to have you have a less chance of winning. That's an inarguable fact. So if it's going to have you have a less chance of winning, why would you do it? Just because it makes you feel good? And if that's the case, you need to ask yourself why you're playing ranked. Do you want to win the ranked games, or do you want to make yourself feel good about yourself? If you want to have that cool story, oh man, there were some shitters on my team, I told them how bad they were, and then I carried them because I was 19-3 with Aurelia, well then you can flame them all you want. But if you actually want to get to that higher rating, if you're bronzy, you want to get to silver, if you're silver, you want to get gold, so on and so forth, and then flaming your teammates is not the right decision. And it's easy, for me it's easy to think in this way, where if I flame them, I'm going to lose the game. And I don't always uphold this. Sometimes I'll succumb to that jackass who's typing in chat at me, saying some absolutely ridiculous bullshit, and I'll have to just type something back at him. I understand it's human nature, but I'd go as far to say, as in 95% of my games, I can control myself to not type at the dumbasses. I'll usually just click the mute button or put up with it or whatever, because I know that it's better to let them run themselves out. Or even sometimes I'll say, hey, how is that helping the team? And then most of the time that doesn't work. The League of Legends community is not rational, and they'll still fucking keep flaming you. But, yeah. So, but the important thing is that you're not taking your time to type the messages to them and get caught out. And by proxy, they're going to be typing less at you because you're not typing as much at them. Eventually, they'll fizzle themselves out, hopefully. That's the idea. There's at least a chance of it. So, as I said, these are just binary decisions that are the quickest way to improve your game with the littlest effort from you. Now, they're not going to be monumental improvements. You're not going to go from a whole like bronze to silver from just these decisions. But maybe you could get from silver 4 to silver or silver 5 to silver 4 or silver 4 to silver 3. It's a little increment that's going to help, and it's with it being so easy, why wouldn't you do it? All right, I think that's where I'll leave off the video. If you can think of any more binary decisions, and if anybody watches the video, if you can think of any more binary decisions, put them in the comments. I actually would like to hear them. I'm always looking for ways to improve my game. Thanks for watching. Bye.